He's the delivery boy moron.
You smell something?
No, I don't smell nothing.
He's a real funny man. Kick his ass. Get him!
A brother's murder, two crime empires standing on the edge of war, and one man who's about to find out that the person who killed him was supposed to be family. Keep that moment in mind, because everything that leads up to it starts somewhere you'd never expect. It starts with a party. Po Sing is young, reckless, and convinced he's untouchable. Oakland's club scene is his playground, and tonight he's about to prove exactly how dangerous that confidence is. One wrong word to the wrong man, and Po throws the first punch of a fight that nearly spirals out of control, until his enforcer, Kai, steps in and drags him out before it turns fatal. Kai warns him, don't go out there alone. Not tonight. Tensions between the black crime family led by Isaac O'Day and the Chinese syndicate run by Po's father are already at a breaking point. Po doesn't listen. By morning, his body is found, mutilated, left exactly where someone wanted it to be found. And that's when the real story begins. Because 1,000 miles away in a Hong Kong prison, Po's older brother Han, a former cop turned inmate, gets the news that shatters him. Within minutes, he's turned the prison into a war zone, taking down guard after guard with brutal precision. Stealing a uniform and walking out the front gate like he was never there. He's not just angry, he's coming to find out who did this, and nothing is going to slow him down. Meanwhile, in Oakland, Isaac O'Day already suspects retaliation is coming. He sends his right-hand man, Mac, to offer condolences to the Singh family and quietly gather information. He also tightens security around his own children, especially his daughter Trish, assigning his hapless but loyal bodyguard Maurice to shadow her every move. Trish, of course, has other plans. She ditches Maurice the first chance she gets, and that's exactly when Han, freshly landed in Oakland with nowhere to stay and no one to trust, steals a cab out from under her. Their first meeting is nothing but friction. She offers him money for the fare. He refuses it. There's something about the way he looks at her, like he's not sizing her up as an enemy, just noticing her. Neither of them knows it yet, but they just crossed paths with the one person who might actually help them survive what's coming. Han goes to his brother's apartment looking for anything that might explain what happened. What he finds is a phone number. One number dialed right before Po died. It leads straight to Trish's shop, which means his brother and her family were connected in a way nobody's talking about. At Isaac's office, plans are already moving behind the scenes. A real estate deal that could let both families finally walk away from crime for good. Nobody imagines that this exact deal is the reason bodies keep piling up. Han shows up at Trish's home to ask about that number. She has no answers, only more questions. And before either of them can get anywhere, Morris and his crew burst through the door. Certain Han is a threat. Han fights his way out, but the message is clear. Everyone is watching everyone, and trust is the one thing nobody in the city can afford. At Po's funeral, Han lays a basketball on the casket, the one thing that still connects them as brothers, not strangers. His father, Chu Sing, is broken by grief but begs Han to let it go. Let the family handle this quietly. Han can't. Because when he visits Kai, his brother's mentor, the man who was supposed to protect him, Kai casually mentions a fight Po got into right before he died. It seems small. It isn't. Han pushes Trish to ask her own brother, Colin, what he knows. But before that conversation can happen, Colin and his girlfriend are murdered in their own home. Their bodies thrown from the balcony for everyone to see. Two families, two dead sons, and it's starting to look like someone wants it that way. Grieving and desperate, Han goes back to Poe's things one more time and finds something he missed, a hidden car, and inside it, a list of addresses, real estate, property tied to the same deal Isaac's people were negotiating. Trish, shattered by her brother's death, finally stops running from Han. They're both chasing the same answer now, whether their families like it or not. The first address takes them to a garage and a massacre. Every worker inside is dead, and the killers are barely gone, a cigarette still burning where they stood. Han and Trish don't even have time to process it before two assassins on motorcycles come for them next. Someone is erasing every lead the second hand gets close to it.
I can't hit a girl.
Isaac, terrified for his daughter, has her taken to a fortified mansion, promising her a future far away from all of this once the deal closes. But Han finds her anyway, slipping past guards just to make sure she's safe, and to tell her there's exactly one address left on the list that hasn't been wiped clean. The nightclub? They go in disguised as a couple. It almost works, until the owner recognizes Trish and sounds the alarm. And that's when Mac reveals what he really is, not Isaac's loyal lieutenant, a man playing both families against each other from the inside, working with a businessman named Roth to force the real estate deal to collapse so they can seize it for themselves. When the club owner refuses to hand over his contract, Mac kills him without hesitation, then takes Trish as leverage. Han is captured. For a moment, it looks like it's over, but he breaks free. Isaac arrives hoping to salvage the deal, only for Roth to flatly refuse to deal with him at all. Mac warns Isaac to back off Trish or lose her for good, and when Isaac draws his gun, Mac shoots him first. Roth's men finish the job, gunning down everyone in the room except Isaac, Trish, and Mac, who escapes into a helicopter with the signed contracts. Han chases him down midair, and just as Mac believes he's won, Han is already there. This is the moment everything comes back to, because in the fight that follows, Han finally corners Kai, the man he trusted, the man who was supposed to protect his brother, and gets the truth. This is the same moment you saw at the very beginning. Kai admits it outright. Poe wasn't fit to lead the family, so Kai made sure he never got the chance. Han now has to decide what kind of man he is, the one who avenges his brother in blood, or the one who lets justice do it instead. He chooses the second. Telling his own father he'll let the police finish this. Chu Sing, unable to live with the guilt of what his silence cost his son, takes his own life.